I want to talk to you about gem grading microscopes. The one that I have here that I'm going to use to demonstrate to you is a smaller version, but the bigger ones are mainly used by the laboratories because they have graders who are spending hours, 8 or 10 hours on them at any one time. This particular scope has all the functionality of the larger ones, and I personally have one of these at home, and it is extremely effective, and I use them for training. Really very simple to operate in many ways once you know how to set it up. The first thing to do, obviously, is to switch it on this microscope, on buttons here. The next thing to explain to you, I guess, is the dark field illumination unit, which is here. We are able to adjust the light coming through onto the gem, altering the aperture on the top of the dark field illuminator. When I talk about the dark field illuminator, what I mean is that the light is diffused around the side of the stone, and you must not confuse it with getting the dark field of the diamond, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes' time. But that's the dark field adapter here. The next thing up is the focus wheel. You can use either your left or your right hand to operate it, and it'll be set up so that you'll be able to move in and out of the stone with ease so that you can see something on the surface of the gem or perhaps something in it. On the top here, we have the magnification wheel, and this particular microscope goes from 10 to 40 power. You will see I've got set at 1. What that 1 means is 10 power. This particular microscope, as I turn it down, goes to 1.5, which is 15 power, 20 power, 30 power, and 40 power. We're going to run our scope at just under or just on 20 power. My advice to you is, on average, is to run your microscope at no more than 20 power, unless you're going to look at something really specific. Because remember that when you're grading diamond, you're looking at 10 power. So you do not want to have an overly distorted view of a diamond in terms of size, because later on when you have to do the actual grading at 10 power, it could give you some difficulties as to how to make a decision. The two units that I'm busy moving at the moment are the two units that we use to set your focal distance. In other words, your pupils, everybody's pupils are slightly different distance apart. And what happens is, when we move these, you've got the two units. If they're too far apart, what you find is you've got a black space in between them. As you move these together and inward, so the two merge until you've got one circle. Once you've successfully done that, you've got one circle, you do not have to alter that again ever, because it's set for your particular pupil distance. The last thing that we need to do is check the lenses themselves. If you've got 20/20 vision, providing these are equally all the way down and at 0, if you've got 20/20 vision, you shouldn't need to alter them at all. But if you do not, then what we do is set the microscope using the fixed eyepiece so that you get it perfectly in focus, and then we will alter the other eyepiece till you get what we call 20/20 vision. Once you've done that, you do not have to alter those at all either. So your scope now is set up in terms of your vision to suit your eyes. If you are like me and you wear glasses, you do need to remove the rubbers, because the rubbers prevent us getting our glasses close enough to the lenses. So if you wear glasses, you take the rubbers off. If you don't wear glasses, it's rubbers on. My microscope is set up. I've set the magnification at 20 power. I've got the unit switched on. I've set my eyepieces. Because I wear glasses, I haven't got the actual eyepieces on. The only addition I've made is to put a wedge underneath it, which allows me to alter the angle of the scope itself. So that if I'm finding that I'm either hunched over it or I'm sitting too far back, I can alter it until I'm absolutely comfortable that I can just swing around and look into it and then go back to what I'm doing away from the microscope. I'm very comfortable the way it is now. All right. First thing you always do before looking at a diamond under a microscope is to clean it. So we pick it up. I'm putting it into alcohol. This alcohol, and we're going to give it a good clean, but this alcohol is 98% proof alcohol. It's not for human consumption. If you were to try and drink that, it'd be very, very detrimental to your health. Let me move that out of the way. All right, I'm now going to demonstrate to you how to pick up the stone that we're going to look face up. So I pick it up. I want to look through the crown of the stone and rest it onto the reticule so that I can hold it very, very still, and I can rest my fingers here to keep my hand steady. I look through the eyepieces, and I can alter so that I can see the stone very, very clearly. And you'll be amazed at 20 power how much and how clearly you can see through the crown of this diamond. Simple operation, a little bit of practice, you'll soon get it, and you'll get very comfortable with it really quite quickly. Now, we also have to look through the pavilion of the stone. So we pick it up, table to culette. Again, rest the tweezers onto the iris. Now, I have to get what's called the dark field within the stone, which means I have to turn the stone towards me till the stone goes dark. Once you've got that dark field within the stone, we'll be able to see in it very, very clearly.